What's up, Toku Nation, Ranger Nation, and every nation in between? This is your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger. This is episode number 4, and it's titled Hell's Guard Dog. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, so this episode, we see them, the Ryusoulgers, and Yui. They're putting her under like a hypnosis or something like that, to see what she remembers about the Minosaur being born. So, she goes into her deep sleep. So we see that she was extremely happy after that, first battle that she recorded for her Yui channel. And, she's thinking that, hey, this is going to make her famous. Well, not famous, but it's going to bring her a lot of followers and that people will love her. So we hear Kreon behind her, and Kreon is playing onto the fact that she thinks that this is going to make her, really big in the community, the social media community, the YouTube community and stuff like that. So he's asking her for an autograph. So then when she turns around, and she scares him. Well, Kreon scares her, and then Kreon shoots the slime right in her mouth. And I'm like, oh God, like, I'm so glad that we haven't started for the last few episodes. Kreon just putting the slime in her mouth. So, then from there they say, okay, so it's Kreon that is the one that is creating the Minosaurs. So what they need to do is they need to find Kreon and take Kreon out. So they decide that they're going to split up to take him out. All right, so next we see Towa. Towa is with a friend of his, and her name is Sanai. So, he's asking her if she found a home for a cat. And she was like, no, I haven't found a home for this cat. People, I guess it's like black cats and black dogs. They feel like they're too boring to put on, social media for people to, adopt them. So then Towa remembers what Bamba said, because she said, how all lives are precious, which that is true, animal lives. And, Towa thinks back on Bamba when he was going to take out Yui's. And so, he's just thinking like, wow, my brother was going to take her out, and, her life is valuable and means something to someone. So then Bamba tells Towa, hey, we learned that it's Kreon who's making the Minosaurs. So then we hear some screaming in the city, and we see Kreon, and he's trying to create a Minosaur. So then Towa wants to call for the others, Cole, Asuna, and Melt. But Bamba's like, no, we can handle this. So, they transform, and then, they start to fight with Kreon. Then, they're kind of getting a little bit of an advantage on Kreon, because it's 2-on-1. So Kreon calls on the foot soldiers, and then, when Kreon calls on the foot soldiers, that's when Towa called on the others, and, they take out the foot soldiers. So then Kreon tries to run away from them, and when he was trying to run away, they kept stopping him at every angle. But then Tank Joe shows up and he blasts them. So then we see Cole. Cole comes in, and he's fighting with Tank Joe. And Tank Joe, he's really strong. He's like, when they fight him, he just knocking them away, like move. So then he used the energy from the earthquake, and he just blasted them, and I'm gonna say demorphed. And Cole tells Tank Joe he's not gonna let him play with human lives. And Towa remembers what his friend Sanai was saying about how all the lives are so precious. So then Cole transforms once again. But like I said before, Tank Joe is extremely powerful, and he is just getting the best of Cole. So then Towa and Bamba, they try to join, but Kreon, she sees it and she's like, oh no, it's going to be an uneven fight. So she calls on the Minosaur, and the Minosaur jumps into action, and it bites Towa. And we see the marks all in him. I'm like, God, how deep did that go? So then Melt tells Cole, because he was still fighting Tank Joe, but he tells him, well, Tank Joe then leaves, and Melt just tells him like, yo, don't let your anger get the best of you. And and then that's when Cole tells him it was Tank Joe who killed the master. So that's really why Cole wants to take out Tank Joe, because Tank Joe killed their master, well, his master. And, I get it. You want to avenge your master, but I agree with what Mel said. Do not let your anger get the best of you, because if you let it get the best of you, you're going to fail. All right, so then we see Creon. Creon is talking to Tangjo about the bite from the Minosaur on Toa. He's saying that it's poisonous and that that bite, Toa won't even last 2 days. So then we see Toa's friend Sanai, and we find out that the Minosaur is coming from her. So Bamba wants to kill her. I'm like, Bamba always just wants to, to stop the Minosaur. Bamba's idea of stopping the Minosaur is stopping it at the source, which, I don't think that's right. And obviously Toa doesn't feel this way, because Toa stops him and he's like, no, please don't do it. But he's in so much pain from the bite from the Minosaur. So they figured out that, the bite is poisonous. So Toa just begs with Bamba, please do not hurt her. So he tells him, I now understand the others, that all life is precious, and there are people out there who care about these people. And then we see Bamba, he leaves. So Cole chases behind Bamba, and then Bamba asks him, like, what was, asking him questions about his master, like, what was your master like? He says, he was really, really strict, but he was also kind and really strong. And then Bamba says to Cole that, kindness can make you weak. And, he gives an example of how it made him weak. He said, because when your master is dead because he was trying to save you. And I'm like, well, that's a little harsh. Like, you have no regard for human life. So, then Bamba, he finds where the Minosaur is. So they all go into action. So Bamba chases the Minosaur, and, the others are right behind him. But there's a giant Tangjo in the city, and Tangjo stops them. So then they call on the Dino Knights to fight, Tangjo. All right, so next we see Creon. He is with the Minosaur, and what he wants the Minosaur to do is put his poison into the water so that way he can take out all the humans. I'm like, well, God, ruthless much? So, as he's getting ready to put the poison into the water, Bamba comes in, and Bamba, just completely is beating the crap out of that Minosaur. So, while Bamba is fighting the Minosaur tries to bite Bamba, but when he bit him on his shoulder thing, it was metal. It turned into metal, so he sunk his fangs into nothing but metal. So then we see the others. They are battling Tangjo, and I love the agility of the mecha. It's really cool. So then, Tangjo, he's really strong. He's getting the best of the Zord. And, Melt and Asuna, they want to find out what the weakness is of Tangjo. Whereas Cole just really wants revenge for, the death of the master. And, they tell him, no, do not give. Well, Melt actually tells him, no, do not give into your anger. Do not feed it. Like, don't do that. So then he remembers a lesson he learned from his master. And that, in order for him to be strong, what he has to do is he has to protect someone that he really cares about. And that's what makes him strong. So then he realizes that he needs to fight to protect all of them because they are all connected as one. So then we see Bamba. Bamba destroys the Minosaur. So then we see Tangjo. Tangjo, he blasts them. And they say as long as he's able to, use earthquake energy, they don't stand a chance of beating him. So, as Tangjo is about to, completely annihilate the Ryusoulgers, we see some spikes start, just hitting Tangjo, just hitting him. And it's Bamba's Dino Knight, Mirror Needle. So Bamba tells Cole, hey, combine with Mirror Needle. So they do combine to become Dino Knight Rex Mirror Needle. So when they combine to be Dino Knight Mirror Needle, wow. Again, the agility of that mecha is so freaking cool. They really just got the best of Tangjo. Like, they were just giving it to him, like, boom, 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 just beating them, just getting them. I'm like, Tangjo does not stand a chance. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, even if they, destroy him in his giant form, I don't think that's going to be the end of, I know that's not going to be the end of Tangjo. But like I said, they did get the best of him, and they did blow him up. But Creon is talking, he's like, I can't believe that Tangjo got his ass beat by them. I could beat him up too. And Tangjo's like, oh, is that so? He's like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm just talking. Don't pay me any mind. So, but Tangjo's like, you know what? I'm so mad that they beat me. Like, it's not over until the fat lady sings. And I'm like, cool. We in for a big battle between Tank Joe and the Ryusoulgers. All right, and then lastly, you guys, we see Yui's dad. Yui's dad is taking a swab of Toa's mouth. He tells them, we can't take him to an actual hospital, but I do have a doctor friend that I can get to analyze this and see what can be done. So then, Asuna asks Bamba, are you sure you defeated the Minosaur? Because Sanai and Toa are still asleep. And he was like, yeah. And I thought that was really weird that, because every time they destroy a Minosaur, the Minosaur's source, wakes up. But like I said, Sanai and both Sanai is still asleep and Toa still has the bites from the Minosaur. So I'm assuming maybe that Minosaur is still out there somewhere. So Toa, he wakes up and he's in so much pain, and his hands just go. I'm like, is he dead? I'm like, did he die? And that's where it ended. I'm like, no. I'm like, you can't end it there. Like, is he? I know he's not dead, but like, what happened? Like, I was in shock. But you guys, that was the episode. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and tell me what you guys think about the show so far. I'm really enjoying it, to be quite honest with you. I'm really, really enjoying Ryusoulger. As far as Ryusoulger, I would love to see it adapted in the US. I don't know how. I know one thing that I don't want to see in the US is the fact that how they make the Minosaurs create. Getting my words all tied up. The way that they create the Minosaurs, I do not want to see that in the US at all. If we do get the adaptation, but I'm pretty sure at some point we might get it. I don't know. I would love to get it, but that's just what I think. So until I see you guys again on Saturday for another episode of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. See you later.